Beautiful sized pink snapper there from the beach, if you don't mind. But we're not in some faraway land. This is Perth and we're drone fishing. So we've got Finn here who's going to show you guys just how to bait up. Well, we got half a herring here, but virtually any of your drone baits.
So pretty much what I got here is I got two 7/0 owners, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the hooks. So one sits through the back and then one sits through like the nostril. So once you've lined it up, you kind of know where the eyes of the hooks go. So I know that that's going to go there. So grab my bait, just push it down, push the hook down, and they go up. I make sure to go under the spine as that's the stronger part of the herring. Make sure that the hook's nice and flush and sits out. The top one, just for a bit of security, go up to the jaw under there. So as you see there's a lot of hook exposure on that. And so if a fish grabs it anywhere and crunches it, it's going to be hooked. So pretty much with these, I get a bit of bait cotton. And so the bait cotton is pretty much, you're sending your bait out 250 meters plus. So you just want to wrap the bait cotton on so it stays out there a bit longer so the pickers don't immediately grab it. So you get your bait cotton, comes in like rolls about 500 plus meters, so you can be a bit generous with it. So with our drone rigs, we normally use circle hooks, and the circle hooks, how they work, so say like the fish eats it, the circle gets in the corner of the mouth. So when you're dragging it from that long distance and there's not that much tension on the line at some points, the circle hooks stay pinned, whereas J hooks can just fall out without any tension.
Got the rig laid nice and flat and even on the sand. Taking off directly upwards. And off into the sunset. What an evening. So we just drop there. Now, best thing to do is actually just pull it out. Pull it out, bring your rod tip down, wait for it to hit the bottom, and just slowly set that. We're fishing a star or grapnel?
Star sinker.
Star sinker. So you don't want to go too heavy on it when you set it. Just give it a couple little nudges. Get it to just sit in the sand. There you go, it's getting there. Keep in mind there's usually a lot of line out in addition to whatever you've dropped, whatever distance you've dropped. So there's a bit of slack, you want to pull that up tight. Beyond that, just set your drags, not too tight, about that's perfect. So you want those circles to set, but you don't want it to be too crazy that it starts ripping the rod down, you can possibly pull hooks out. Hooked up, finally. What's the call, Finn?
Could be a gummy shark or a pinky.
Oh, fingers crossed one of those two.
Good first run on it.
Yeah,
head shake.
That rod loaded up.
Head shake like that.
Oh, that is what you want. What's the combo you got here, mate?
I got a Saragossa 14,000 Saltiga surf.
Yeah, that's a new Saltiga surf, eh?
Yep. Great rod for droning. When it's a bit rough, it holds it above the surf.
Yep.
Good bend in it as well. Because it's got a bit of softer tip. It keeps the hooks nice and buried in the fish.
Well, we're hoping so. Filling up that spool, mate, not far away.
It was only a 180 meter drop.
Oh, his head shaking now. Oh. I think we might have a pinky.
Could well be.
Pinky, it's a pinky. That's a snapper. Good one. Woo! That is exactly what we came for. It's probably 70. Yeah. Quality fish, mate, quality. So for those of you out there who might be wondering how we just landed this bit of a donkey snapper from a metro beach, It's this thing called drone fishing. And if you haven't already seen it, check out Jeremy's video on the subject. He's a wealth of knowledge. He bailed on us tonight, and yeah, we thought we'd teach him a lesson.
That's your rewards of fishing Metro beaches tonight. Put in the time, you get them.
Yep. And of course, good to note that we're also flying out during the last of the daylight hours to get fish like this.
Hooked up on a pinky.
Yeah, tiny little hits to start with, and then picked up the rod and it just loaded up in the hand.
A lot of the time the little pickers send off vibrations and the bigger fish will pick it up.
100%, that could have been it, right, happening right there. With two baits, there's also a good way to do that, because if one gets pulled off, the other fish are feeding on it. The big fish swoops by and says, I want to go at that, takes the other bait. Important when you're winding in so far, on a reel like this, an overhead reel, use your thumb to manage the line lay on the spool, because otherwise it'll bunch up. It's really easy to get excited and start cranking in, but if you let that line bunch in too much, like in one place on the reel, you can end up losing a good fish, because you get to a point where your line just stops winding on your reel.
Oh, that was a good bit of a run.
Took a little bit of a run.
It's not like in that
Really
shallow water.
Oh. There he is, pinky.
Pinky. Pink snapper.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Pink snapper, probably about
80.
80, I reckon.
Yeah.
Solid fish.
Very happy with that, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy.
So we're still on the rising tide.
Oh, well and truly. We got 2 hours of the rising tide. And fish like that coming onto the beach.
Very solid.
New Moon Hills.
You can see unseasoned drone fisherman Jason Spencer tried to grab the hooks out.
No, I just tried to grab the pinky, mate, and he's whipped his head around and got the other hook in the hand there. Lucky it was just a little nick, but pays to be very careful of these fish.
One tip is they got pretty strong mouths, so always approach your pliers and you're trying to get the hooks out and crunch your finger.
Don't be special like me. That is not what you want. You better be on, mate.
No, you're on.
I'm gonna grab it.
You're on. You're on. That's a pinky, if I ever seen
Do up
one.
your drag, mate. Yeah, that run was so pinky-ish, eh?
It just died.
Saltiga with Saltiga.
That's a pinky.
Oh, it's moving sideways too much.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's got little shark vibes. Awesome. So it's another common catch to get here off the beach. Bit difficult to handle. Jeff's got him nicely under wraps there. It's a nice little shark, perfect size for flake. We might let him go though.
So we got this shark. We already kept one for flake, so this guy's gonna go back to the...
Yep. There he goes.
Good head shakes.
That's what you want. No more little school sharks, please. All action late at night. He's moving sideways a lot.
Might be another shark.
Yeah, please, no. Oh no. Oh no. Little school whalers, or I don't even know what you call these things, spinner sharks. We'll unhook him and send him off. Provided he behaves himself a bit.
Don't do this at home,
Yep.
but with circle hooks they're easy to get out.
Generally, yeah.
Generally.
Hold them behind the head if you get a shark as well. They can't bite you
really
there.
strong.
Get a good grip, like that, and then let them go. Or take them for flake if you like, but...
Got plenty of flake already.
Oh, he's not happy. Just wait for the next wave. There, send him now. Cheers for watching the video, guys. Stay tuned for more of this drone fishing. We'll be doing it pretty much all winter, hopefully, provided the fishing stays good. So, yep. See you in the next video.